Action cameras are all the rage right now, but with so many to choose from, which one should you choose? This is the Wimius Q1 action camera. Just to be clear up front, this camera was actually sent to me. I'm not paid to say this, I'm not paid to create this video. This is an unbiased review of this camera. So when you get the camera, this is exactly how it's going to come inside of the box, and we can see the camera straight away, and it's got, you know, all the accessories on one side, it's got all the specifications of the camera on the other side. So let's open it and see what's inside. There we go, we've got a nice outer sleeve, and then we just take this one off now. We can see the camera again, which has already got the waterproof casing on it. And then we open up this little flap and boom! There is so many accessories inside of here. Let's open all of these and see what we've actually got. So now we've taken everything out of the box, you can actually see everything which comes in the box. And the main thing I wanted to point out is these two batteries. It's so good that it comes with two batteries because, as you know, we always need multiple batteries. It comes with USB chargers and a plug charger as well. Having these multiple connectors as well pretty much means that we can connect the camera to anything, and we can actually use these, we can join them together to extend the camera or change the angle of the camera. We can use things like this to connect our action camera to our handlebars on our BMX or whatever we want to put it on. One thing which is absolutely great as well is it comes with this waterproof housing for the camera, and apparently it can go down to up to 40 meters deep, which is absolutely incredible. So let's look at a few of the main specifications of this camera, what you're probably interested in. It can shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080 at 60 frames per second, and also 720 at 120 frames per second. It's got a 170-degree angled lens, and with this case on, it can go down up to 40 meters deep underwater, and also it has a 2-inch screen on the back, which means you can see everything that you're filming with it. So now we are outside and I want to test this camera with a few different settings to see what it looks like in the real world. And one thing I should probably point out straight away is this adapter here. When I want to put it to the tripod locking plate, if I tighten this up as tight as it'll go, it doesn't tighten up all the way, which kind of shows that the screw inside of this isn't quite long enough, which means that it doesn't tighten up all the way, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's not too bad. It doesn't wobble too much or anything. So let's just get on with it and let's test it out on a few different settings. So the first setting we're going to try is 4K at 30 frames a second. Next setting I'm going to show you is 1080 at 60 frames a second. So now we're going to try a picture at 16 megapixels. I'm now going to do the same shots again using the GoPro Hero 4 Black so we can compare to see what they're like side by side. Now this is the Wimius out of the waterproof casing, just me holding the camera again, doing another sound test. So one of the cool features about this camera is it actually has its own built-in Wi-Fi. So if we go onto the side and we press this top button here, click it once, the Wi-Fi turns on, go into our settings on our phone, and we can connect our phone to the camera. Now, if we download the app, wherever it is, there it is, we click this one and the app opens up. As you can see here, it says that it's connected to the camera, and now as you can see we have a live preview of whatever the camera's seeing. So there's me, look, hello. And as you can see, it's actually really responsive, and when we're in this setting we can go in and we can actually change any of the settings of the camera without having to hold the camera or press any of the buttons on the camera. So if this was on a helmet on your bike, or if it was on the front of your car or something, we can have it connected to our phone and we can actually change any of the settings. So for instance, if we want to change it to a 4K resolution at 30 frames, we literally hit that button. As you see, settings succeed, there we go, hit this one, hit capture, and now we are back on the live view. And if we want to actually record it, we can actually hit that camera button right there, and as you can see now we've got the record function up here which shows how long it's going to be recording for. If we want to stop it, we literally just press that one again and it's saved that for us. We can put a loop on, or we can even change it to do a time lapse. So for instance, if we want to take a picture every 2 seconds, let's say, we can literally do that. We want to export it out at 1080 at 60 frames, perfect, there we go, and it's just basically going to do a time lapse for us right there. So now we've had a full hands-on play with this camera. What are my thoughts on it? Personally, I think for the price of around £50, it's actually an okay camera. The sound quality isn't great and the picture quality isn't exactly perfect, but again, for around £50, what do you expect? If you were just a casual user and you want to take this camera on holiday, to a water park, or to see if action cameras are for you, then this is a great entry-level product. But when we compare this camera to more expensive action cameras such as the GoPro, we can start to see differences here. But again, for £50 with all of those accessories is actually a good deal for beginners. So don't let me make a decision for you. I mean, if you're looking at getting an action camera, you've probably already got a budget in mind, and I think that is the deciding factor, is the price. For £50 you can pick one of these up on Amazon with all those accessories. Is actually a really great camera for beginners or people starting out. I wouldn't probably recommend it for high-end professional use, but like I just said, beginners and people who want to get involved in action sports, this is probably a very good starting product. So if you are interested in the Wimius action camera, you can click the link in the description below, which will directly take you to that Amazon page. And hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you've kind of got a little bit of an insight into this camera. If you have enjoyed yourself, please leave a big fat thumbs up on today's video. If you want to see more reviews, hints and tips and filmmaking and all that sort of stuff, hit the subscribe button. You can follow us on an awesome little adventure. And also, I am a daily vlogger. Link is in the description below, where you can follow us on an awesome daily adventure every single day. And until next time, keep on creating.